Hello, Tony. This is Ziska speaking. So, as promised, I'm going to make a little video. Actually, it probably won't be a little, but I'm going to make a video in which I'm going to explain what it is exactly I'm looking for as far as the music is concerned. The problem is, music being abstract, it's pretty hard to get a meaning across, especially with words, which are, I just find myself very limited in trying to express what I want. So let's get started. The first song I'd like us to listen to is from Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos. That's a game I played when I was a little kid. So the music in Ninja Gaiden 2 is really good in my opinion. It's perfect video game music. It's very easy to listen to. It's catchy and it's really appropriate for an action game, which is what I'm going for. So we're going to listen to the very first track, the intro track of the game. So make sure that you listen all of it. You don't skip in the video. It's very important. It's not that long anyway. It's about a minute and something. So let's listen to it and I'll make comments afterwards. So you see, I mean, in my opinion, that's a perfect track. It starts really slow and like I don't know, brooding or something. It starts sort of like really slow, and I don't know how to explain this in English, but it gives the impression that something bad's going to happen, and then it quickly picks up pace. And I mean, everything is nice about it. It's catchy. There are not that many instruments really, but instruments add on one after another, and even though there are different sections into the song, so to speak, it doesn't mean. I mean, everything is homogeneous. There's a continuity among all the different parts, which is something I thought was missing in your track. So everything just flows really nicely, and there's no disconnection, so to speak. So that's the first track I wanted us to listen to. That is not to say that's what I want for the level of the toilet tank stage, because this wouldn't work. This is definitely an intro song because it has a very clear beginning and end. And for the music for a stage, you need something that's going to loop really nicely, which was something I don't think would have worked either with the song you suggested. So really, we really need something that can loop really well. So I'm going to stop for this part of the video, and I'm going to add something else pretty soon. Just a minute. Okay, so this is the second part of this little video. The next song is actually from Ninja Gaiden 2 as well. This time around, it's a proper stage music. So you will see the following music is very loopable, and it's full of energy. It's very dynamic. It's homogeneous. It varies enough. While repetitive, it doesn't get on your nerves after a short while. And there's no instruments which are nerve grating. So let's listen to the song. so you see, it's again, it's very classic. It's not even complicated. The thing is, I find a lot of composers really want to go for something super technical and complex. But this is video game music, you know. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be complex, but it should be simple. It should be easy listening, simple listening. I'm not trying to push boundaries here. I'm just looking for something very extremely classical, just like this. But apparently, what is simple is actually, very hard to compose as well. So this is a good example of a song. It's even more homogeneous than the previous song we just listened to, but I don't know. It's so dynamic. I mean, personally, I'm nodding my head when I'm listening to the music, and it's fast paced, and it's full of action, and I don't know. I think it expresses exactly what the kind of music I'm looking for. So I'll stop for this part as well, and then I'll add some more. Okay, the next song is, I decided to change game a bit from Ninja Gaiden, because the problem with Ninja Gaiden is that all of the songs in this game are very dark and brooding, and my game is more light-hearted, so you might want to be careful not to go too much down that route. So I decided to go for Battle of Olympus this time. It's another game for the NES. Released in 1989 by Brothersoft, I think it was. Brother Bond. And the composer is Kazuo Sawa, a Japanese guy. So yeah, the music in this game isn't exactly what I'm looking for either, because it's too fantasy-like. But I think the music in this game is very epic, and the way it is composed is definitely what I'm looking for. So let's listen closely to this one as well. Let's go for it. Okay, so I didn't want to, play it any longer. After that, it just loops all over and over again. Again, simple stuff, catchy, easy to listen to, kind of predictable even. Definitely what I'm looking for. So I'm going to stop for this one as well, and I'll give you another example again after that. Okay, for the last sample, I think giving you 5 different examples should be enough to give you an idea of what I'm looking for. If this doesn't work out, well, I guess there's really no way that we're on the same wavelength, so to speak, which is fine. Those things happen. So the last track I want to share with you is, the last few tracks I would say, is from Mega Man 2, also for the NES. This is the first song where I want us to listen to is the intro song. You'll notice it has exactly the same pattern as the intro song from Ninja Gaiden that we listened at the very beginning of this video. It starts up slow and quickly picks up speed. So this will give you an idea of what I'm looking for as well for my intro music, which is not the Toilet Tank stage, but might as well do it at the same time. So let's listen to it. Okay, so you see, it starts very slow and very like I don't know, naive like, and then bam! I'm gonna add some notes in the video so that you know exactly where and what I'm talking about. Then it just bang! It just starts like with an explosion, and it's fast, dynamic. You know, really an action game. There's a part I don't like in this intro actually, and I'm gonna point it out to you. But overall, it's really good. Not as good as the Ninja Gaiden one, but the spirit of this intro song is exactly what I'm looking for. You know, Ninja Gaiden was too brooding and dark. Battle of Olympus was too fantasy-like, but this is really nice. It's lighthearted, it's action, and it's kind of like cartoonish. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and that's what I want for Super Toaster X. Okay, I'm gonna stop and give you another example. Okay, so this is the last video the last example I'm going to give as far as giving pointers for the composition. I think I've given plenty of examples from various games to explain what I'm looking for. Then it's up to the composer to try to adapt. This is also a song from Mega Man 2. If I remember correctly, this is a music from the final stage of Mega Man, Dr. Wily's castle. So let's listen to it. Okay, well, I guess you get the point, right? So you see, this might be a bit intense, even a bit dark for the toilet tank stage, so I'm not so sure. But even, the reason why I share this song with you is just because I want you to see how those songs are composed. They're not complicated at all. It's always the same pattern that come back. So there's no need to be super different from one part of the song to another. Then again, you have to balance things out so it doesn't end up being too repetitive, which is the hard part, I guess. And which is why I want a composer to work on this thing, and because I just can't do it myself. I have no experience or idea how to compose songs. So so this should give you a pretty good idea, I would think. So I'm looking forward to hearing what you have next. So of course you can send me whatever you have, from the very first steps to the very last steps, what you've done, so that I can guide you in what I think is the right direction. Well, the right direction of what I want. So that's it for this video, and I hope this was helpful for you.